Oh, how was your jabby jab?
Had my jabby jab. I had it at roughly 3:00 this afternoon. And yeah, it went right. You know, they stuck it in my arm. I've not had any bad comeuppance as a result yet.
That's good. Did they say to you just relax your arm, relax your muscles?
Yes. Yeah. They did,
Why?
yeah.
Why? I don't know if it's just me, but that automatically makes me tense my muscles.
This is Sheer Isolation. It's presented by Kieran Moore in Trowbridge and Jon Ponting in Cricklade.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us once again. This is Sheer Isolation. I am John. I am in Cricklade. Kieran is in Trowbridge, and he's gone already.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Well, that was a quick show. Join us next week. What are you doing?
So I just shut the door and cutting out the noise.
We've been doing
my daughter's making tea and my wife's making biscuits.
We've been doing this 15 months now, and you still haven't learned to shut the door when you're on a Zoom call.
She opened the door and she didn't close it behind her. Was she raised in a barn?
So, this is Sheer Isolation.
She was not raised in a barn. Just for clarity, she was not raised in a barn. She was raised in a house, a normal house, normal people, very normal.
I was trying to work out what's going on the background behind you, because you seem to have grown some more posters since last week.
We've got the Salem poster, because they're on tour. And that, John, so that went on sale week before last, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Anyway, we sold over a quarter of tickets to the whole show in the first day. Absolutely sensational response. I think people genuinely, looking forward to live music again. I know it's not till October, which is great timing, but yeah, absolutely delighted with that response. Brilliant.
I was looking on some just venue websites earlier on, and it's so nice to see the venues not only open, but they have got gigs happening this week.
I invited Laurie Rees from the Comedia in Bath to come on and talk to us about the reopening of the Comedia, because he's not been a guest previously. He said to me, "I'm really sorry, Kieran, I can't come on your Zoom. I am hosting and running a show." So brilliant.
It's great news, but it does mean we're starting to run out of guests because they're all busy again.
They're all busy. That's all good. They'll all come in time.
So for people who've not joined us before, the purpose of this show is to promote the local music scene and just give a big shout out to all the musicians and venues that are providing arts and entertainment for us, or have done over the years, and are now getting back on their feet to have a busy end to this year, we do hope. We've got a guest coming on this week's show, Kieran. Who have we got joining us?
Got a young lad called Jamie Williams. Jamie has recently moved to Trowbridge. He's lived in Bath and Frome and a few other places. He's a guitar teacher. He's a musician. He's a sound engineer, and he's an ex-work colleague. And I thought I'd celebrate his new business venture, invite him on, get him to talk about why he's chosen now to do it.
Wonderful job. Cool. And as always, we're going to play a couple of tracks, and we're going to start off with a tune now.
It's Doozer McDooz. And Doozer, he's been releasing songs for years. He's a super guy. He fits the sort of folk punk thing that we do so well and have been doing so long with. And it's just a brand new track. And it's got a really cool video. And he sent it over to us, and I was like, yeah, we'll chuck that on. So this is a track called If Only Nice Words Would Pay the Rent. What a great name for a song, John.
If only they would.
If only they would. Like being paid in publicity, isn't it?
It'd be nice. People would be far more polite if you could just pay with nice words.
Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it?
Twitter would go bankrupt overnight.
I should really go and do something else. Go and find that extra thing that will help fund myself. But I don't know what the hell I'm meant to do. 'Cause I'm stuck in going circles, wondering what the hell to do with my life. Oh, I know, yeah, I'm not the only one who's struggling to find paperwork, and it's becoming not fun. And I'm wondering what we should all do. There's something I'm sure that'll help us all together, and we can do it all. Only nice words would pay the rent, then I wouldn't feel so guilty for all the time I spent travelling up and down the country over less than petrol money. And when I think about it, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Bill came in today and I nearly fucking cried. there's no way I can pay it, so I decided, I nearly buried all my head in the sand. That's my usual trick, mate, and I know I understand. And I thought, alright, I'll put it in a song. It won't make the problem go away, but I'm wrong, cause it helped me think about it, and I put it out of you. Screaming out the problem seems to make it all so. Oh, if only nice words would pay the rent, then I wouldn't feel so guilty about all the time I spent driving up and down the country over less than petrol money. And when I think about it, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Oh, if only nice words would pay the rent, then I wouldn't feel so guilty about all the time I spent driving up and down the country over less than petrol money. But when I think about it, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. So you came along, take it aside, and sort this problem out for once, and I can't decide. I'm having trouble filling out forms, it's doing my head in. I can't get you to darkness of the paperwork's getting money, and they're building up around me, and I don't understand it. I know I'm not stupid, but it doesn't seem to stick in my mind. I just stare at it, and the words they all spin round. I'm wondering what the hell that I'm getting it out of ground. Oh, if only nice words would pay the rent, then I wouldn't feel so guilty about all the time I spent driving up and down the country over less than petrol money. And when I think about it, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Oh, if only nice words would pay the rent, I wouldn't feel so guilty about all the time I spent travelling up and down the country over less than petrol money. But when I think about it, oh, I'm so sorry, honey.
So that was Do's and McDo's, If Only Nice Words Would Pay the Rent. New track out from them.
So, John, last weekend, which was last Sunday, I did my first outdoor events. I did my first music event of the year with a public audience, and it was at the Inox Market in Trowbridge. And you may remember a couple of weeks ago, I announced that we were going to be hosting the music there at the Inox, and they agreed to allow us to come and take over the space, which we did. And we invited two musicians to come play, a young lady from Westbury called Robin, who's brand new to the scene, coming up from Portsmouth, moved in with her partner in Westbury, and new to the scene, and she's an absolutely fantastic girl. I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever we'll be hearing a lot more from her. And then we had my friend Aidan, who is the Balama player, who I think I mentioned on previous shows. He finally did his first event for me. He played his Balama. He brought his English teacher down from Bath and her husband and their dog. He brought his sisters and his cousins and all their family, his wives, and they all came, watched, they sang, they danced to all of his Turkish music. His wife actually got up and did a duet with him as well. It was honestly so fantastic. I loved every second of it.
I've been to Inox Market in Trowbridge. It's great. There's a couple of amazing stalls there. Like there's a guy who does like olives and garlic and chilies and that, who's incredible. And there's also a lady who makes little worm and crab and octopus ornaments to sit in plants, which is also amazing. You want to find out?
Oh, I've not seen that one. That's quite cool.
It's a very odd setting though, isn't it? Because it's kind of in the car park of an abandoned warehouse with all kind of smashed windows and this like 6-story brick old factory, and you've just got this market in the outside, but it's very odd.
The guy that owns all the land and sort of has the vision wants to turn it into a mini Camden, complete with, ethnic foods, foreign music, and then everything else in between beyond that. There is going to be a beer festival in August. I think they've had their license granted now. A beer festival, same site, loads of music. Hopefully the sun will be shining. You'll go appreciate the beer, drink the hops, taste the hops, sniff it, swill it around, spit it out, talk about it, stroke your beard, all of that going on.
You got a little while to grow your beard then, so you can stroke it during the beer festival.
Mate, if I didn't shave between now and August, there might just be a little smattering of black.
All right, then it is time for us to introduce this week's guest then. And as we mentioned in the opening link, we are being joined by someone who's been kind of absorbed into the local music scene for quite a while, Jamie Williams, who's worked with Kieran.
So Jamie, I met him at Discovery through the record company I used to work for. He was in a band, etc. He now is a guitar teacher, self-employed. He's still a sound tech. He works at Walcot House in Bath. And obviously Walcot are just preparing themselves to unlock and start hosting events again. So I don't know anything about that. So let's head over to Jamie and find out all about it. Can you remember where we met? How did we meet?
We must have met at Discovery Records. And I probably thought you were about 2 years older than me. So probably thought you were about 28. And then you were like, oh no, I've got like a 17 or 18-year-old kid at the time. And I was like, wait, what? But I mean, you don't look your age, but also you certainly don't act.
Oh, cheers, mate.
And I reckon I think how you act definitely knocks about 10 years off your appearance.
Yeah, so you were in Devices, weren't you, at Discovery Records? And what was your? I can't even.
No, I never went to Devices. I was only at Caution.
Only at Caution. Okay. So what is the job there? I don't even know what you did.
That's a very good question. I was pretty much responsible for looking after just Shell Shock, and then my job would extend to anything else that needed to be done.
Shell Shock were a distributor of incredibly cool music, weren't they?
Yeah, it was one of the coolest parts of that job, other than our various band trips to drop off said product to said distributor. That was also a good laugh. But yeah, it was like a lot of heavy music actually, whereas Discovery's mostly jazz, world music. So I was like, I kind of joined just at the right time, just as that product came in, and I was like, cool, this is right up my street. Like,
this is where I want to be.
Distributes like the first Architects album, I think. Plenty of like Cradle of Filth, lots of like black. Oh, actually, that was quite cool. One of the first albums we got in was written in like Bible pages. Like the pre-packing that it was in was like all Bible pages and like satanic scribbles all over it. So that's just what you want from a metal band, I think.
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, they're all going all in image there.
yeah. They're really sticking to it.
So here's a question for you then, Ryan. So Bath has got a good standard college, really good standard university for music. Why doesn't Bath have a much broader, wider, more integrated music scene?
I think a lot of it comes down to there's not enough venues. There is a lot, but there's just not enough to really like keep the circuit going. There was quite a good scene when there was Moles and The Nest, because that gave, heavier bands that don't fit in when people are eating and drinking. Well, eating more so.
Definitely the drinking bit.
Yeah. I mean, music and drinking goes hand in hand, but not all music and eating goes hand in hand.
Going with the venues, obviously you work at a venue, don't you? Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I've been at Walcot House as their like in-house sound engineer for coming up 4 years, maybe actually.
Wow, is it really that long?
Well, it feels like it. And yeah, that's been going from like Friday and Saturday night sort of strength to strength, and it's very good at its club alternative to, I don't want to go to a club with a DJ and be around sweaty people. I'd rather see a live band. I'd rather see live entertainment. And I think because the way the venue is set out and presented, it actually brings a lot of people who maybe haven't considered live music as an entertainment or a night out. Yeah. And I think most of them definitely have a better time than they thought they might have had with live music, and two than maybe they had with a DJ. Like we put a DJ on after bands, but no one leaves when the band come on. People start dropping off when the DJ comes on, and we put the DJ on at midnight. So that's like early clubbing.
It's still
really.
early club night, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we've really toyed about really wanting to do 2, maybe even 3 bands a night, but the logistics of that are kind of still a work in progress.
The venue is incredibly well presented. It's a very pretty venue. It's a very classy venue. Are you aware of what it was before it was Walcot House?
Yes, I was very aware.
Cadillacs.
Well, it was. So I know it as Club XL, but I know it was Cadillacs, and I know that Club XL is pretty much very similar to what Cadillacs was, and that if anyone that's ever been to Walcot House knows what that's like, imagine the complete opposite, and that was XL. And Cadillacs, I'm sure. I think the only difference is Cadillacs was carpeted, which sounds like a horrendous idea.
Yeah, of course it was a horrendous idea. Who would have a carpeted venue full of people drinking, spilling alcohol everywhere? You just wouldn't.
Or apart from the Louisiana in Bristol, they're carpeted, aren't they?
You know what?
They're upstairs.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Yeah. However, easily one of the best sounding venues I've been to in the Southwest. I love watching music there.
It's a great
and
venue.
I think it is because it's carpeted. So maybe that's the toss up. You have to go with sticky, smelly carpeted floors to get the best sound. I know which I would choose.
A sticky, smelly carpeted venue. Dive, toilet circuit level. So obviously you do Walcot House. You're a sound engineer. You're very capable. I've heard you. You're great. But also you are a guitar teacher, right?
I mean, I've been playing guitar for the best part of 16 years. So at this point, I kind of know what I'm doing. So I was like, and I enjoy teaching anyway. When I left uni, I really considered being like a classroom music teacher. But I did like 2 weeks work experience and it scared the crap out of me. So I was like, maybe that's not for me. But actually being a guitar teacher now, pretty much full time. Actually, one thing that's been nice about the pandemic is, for me personally, is I've been able to build up quite a large plethora of online and in-person students now.
I was about to ask that. So presumably, 2019, you were doing it face to face, to begin with, and obviously the pandemic forced you into being more creative. Obviously, everyone's done that. Everyone started working from home. Everyone's doing stuff on laptops. And how is that affecting the way that you teach people? Can you still have a good experience over Zoom?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've seen really good results. Obviously, both. Like the hardest thing to try and get people to do and learn is like rhythm over the webcam, because they can't physically interact with you, and they can see you do it, but there's nothing quite like being in the room seeing someone do something.
Sure.
However, I'm probably more hot on getting people to play with like drum loops and play. There's actually been some amazing. I'm going to plug him right now. Miggs drummer from Bristol. He throws up like really good 6-minute drum loops. Like I think he does them like 2 or 3 times a week, and he's a fantastic drummer anyway. And I'm always like, I throw his drum loops on because I'm like, you're learning rhythm from the best there. So that's my kind of workaround on like getting them to practice and almost jam at home. And I think every musician that's been practicing over the last year and a half has probably found some pretty good either drum loops or been doing a fair bit of metronome work to kind of stay on top of their craft. I think there's actually pros and cons to both. With online teaching, it's like a TV. You're fixated on this one thing, whereas I've been in guitar lessons where the kid or the adult student has looked out the window, and that has caught their attention more than maybe the minor pentatonic scale that I'm teaching them, which is fine if they want to zone out a little bit on music theory. But I think actually for me, I find it's easier to keep their attention and maybe get results quicker online. So pre-pandemic, I was teaching about 20. Now I'm actually on 40, so I've doubled.
That's amazing.
It comes down to obviously I have more time because I'm not doing as much. Well, I'm not doing any sound engineering at the minute. But over the pandemic, I was just like, let's just fill the calendar, get busy, get working, and also a lot of other people have a lot of free time as well. So
Of course, yes.
I can teach adults in the daytime because they're working from home and their schedule's more flexible. So
Hang on a minute, you're teaching adults in the daytime when they're working from home, so you're like in their lunch breaks, or
yeah, I can't name any of them because their companies will sack them.
Yes, right.
Yes, they're on their lunch break at 10:15 in the morning.
Yeah, there you go. One last thing. Obviously, you're a music teacher. If people want to find more about you and find out how they can learn to play guitar with your excellent skills, how do they do it?
Probably best thing is to get hold of me on Facebook, just Jamie Williams music lessons. And I can teach your child, your dog, and your hamsters drums, guitar, bass, or piano. This isn't even out yet, so this is kind of an exclusive. But I'm going to be doing like an under 11s and an over 11s like band workshop, and it's kind of like up until the age of 18. Like what I want really is kids to teach each other, and because they'll just take it more from someone similar to their age group. If I tell them to practice something, it's kind of my guitar teacher told me. If it's someone a year or two older, there's I don't know, maybe a bit more kudos, a bit more respect there. Maybe not that I don't have respect, but I don't know. I think they'll just take it better. But the name that I'm kind of going for it is like noise. So the event might be like make noise or live noise or something like that. And the thing I like about that is it's really kind of like expectations are low at that point. It's like parents can come along and be like, well, we're going to hear noise of some sort.
Definitely going to get that.
Noise.
Right, Jamie. You picked a track for us to play. Tell us who it is and why you picked it.
I picked two tracks by a band called Super Love.
Yes.
Their bass player goes to Bath Spa Uni. I've met him 3 times. Every time I've just thought, really nice guy. He looks very cool. And this is a band I would absolutely love to be in. They've got heavy riffs. They've got really like catchy choruses. And they don't look like they take themselves too seriously in like a really good way. So this is a track from Super Love, whichever one you've decided to go with.
We went with the track Untouchable.
Seem to try hard, do I seem too lonely? Should I wear this? My mates might think it's shit, don't think I care. Want you to feel the same way. Want you to feel the same. I wanna know you feel good, 'cause sometimes it's hard to spin you out the way. But get your feet on the ground and wasting away. One day you'll wish you would have made a change. Unstoppable, untouchable. feet on the ground are wasting away. One day I wish you would have made a change. Unstoppable, untouchable.
Have you got any news this week, Kieran?
I mean,
You've got so much news. You've got so many gigs coming up.
oh, there's so much going on. It's really, I find it quite hard to remember what I've told you and what I haven't, what's going on. We've got shows on sale. That's brilliant. We've got some in the wings that are currently either ready to be announced or in the process of organising. One that you might be excited in is the Erotic Secrets of Pompeii.
Good band. I love that band.
Yeah, I love that. I love that band a lot. But so we've got a show with them coming up. Where we place it, we don't quite know yet. We might do 2 shows, one in Bath, one in Bristol. We'll see. But but there's all that kind of stuff going on. It's all happening. Frank Turner went on sale. Fatboy Slim went on sale. Beth Orton went on sale. And All in the Cheese and Graham in Frome. I realised that Lightning Seeds are playing in Frome too, which is great. So there's lots of cool stuff going on in Frome. And I think a lot of people are just playing catch up slowly. So
I was liking the fact, 'cause I was looking on a few venues earlier on just to see which venues have got music, which ones don't. And the Thecla's got some good stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. October Drift and Arlo Parks.
Yes, I saw Arlo Parks was on there. Is that an underplay? Surely they can play bigger venues than Thecla.
I don't know, but
I mean, exceptional artists. I think that's a really cracking booking.
Another venue I looked at was the Tuppenny in Swindon, which is, I don't know if you've been to that one, Kieran. It's not a music venue. It is just a bar with a little kind of, it's not even a stage. It's like a little pallet in front of the bay
corner
window, and that's where the musicians sing. So it's quite a cramped one. But they've got lots and lots planned over the next few weeks, which is lovely to see. For people who have been saying they've been missing music, now is your chance to actually get out there and start getting to a few things.
Yeah, go to it, support it. Go and really remind yourself why you loved it and what you've been missing. Even if you just pop in, especially with like places like Tuppenny, even if you're popping in for one, just pop in for one, and support them and the music.
I haven't had an indoor gig yet, so I'm going to have to try and get that sorted out very soon, aren't I? Have you had an indoor gig yet? You've just done outdoor stuff so far.
I've done outdoor stuff, just done that sort of stuff. The indoor stuff starts in the next few weeks, so it'll be end of May throughout June.
That's probably enough content then, isn't it? Okay, if anyone
that's
wants
loads, John. That's loads.
If anyone wants to get in touch with us, sheerisolation@gmail.com is the place to go to contact us. You can find previous shows on various podcasting channels, and you can find our entire catalogue of music we've ever played through our YouTube channel. That is another show done. Kieran, thank you very much for joining me.
No problem, John. Always a pleasure. Never a chore.
It's always lovely to have a chat to you. It's nice to know that you've got so many plans going on over the coming months, and it's so lovely to know that there is live music out there.
Oh, it's all happening now, John.
Finally.
Get on in, mate. It's just excitement, wall-to-wall excitement.
Maybe we might have to change the name of our show. Isolation doesn't really work anymore.
No, it doesn't, does it? But we'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Answers on a postcard. Send us what's in.
We will be back same time, same place next week. See you later.
Mate. Take care, bye.
Bye.